sharing a reading experience. I took down some notes from The Prince and I'm sharing them with you now. The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli provides a guide on the art of getting and keeping power based on his observations as a foreign secretary in Florence. This is one of the literary landmarks of the Italian Renaissance. I hope you listen and receive something worthwhile from this. Remember, these are just my notes, not necessarily a report about what the book is about. It might not even be the words or thoughts of the author. Rather, these notes are what I gleaned or what I thought about while I was reading. These notes are what caught my interest because the ideas expanded my knowledge or made me think, reflect, or ponder in some way. This video might inspire you to read what I did. It's my hope that you'll search from the best books and gain information and ideas to help you to become a better person. The more you read, the better you'll think. And the better you think, the more you'll be able to face life's challenges successfully. All armed prophets have conquered, and the unarmed ones have been destroyed. Men ought to be treated well or crushed because they can avenge themselves of lighter injuries, of serious ones they cannot. Be severe and gracious. A prince ought to inspire fear in such a way that if he does not win love, he avoids hatred. Men have less trouble offending one who is beloved than one who is feared. The best possible fortress is not to be hated by the people. A prince will be judged by how he leads his life. Because of his position, a prince lives his life under a microscope. To slay fellow citizens, to deceive friends, to be without faith, without mercy, without religions. Such a method may gain an empire, but not glory. When one lives distant from how one ought to live and neglects what ought to be done, sooner the effects will lead to his ruin rather than his preservation, for he will meet that which destroys him among so much evil. If you make punishment too late for harsh measures, the mild ones will not help you. Do not repeat punishments daily. Examine closely all the injuries which are required and do them all at once so as to cause a remembrance of its vast breadth and depth. Injure all at one time so that, being tasted less, they offend less. His subjects must know he is not afraid to be mean and take action should it be necessary, but also that he does not do it often. On the other hand, small rewards are to be given daily, so the flavor of them lasts. If you treat others better than anticipated, they will in turn treat you equally well. A prince should guard himself above all things against being despised and hated, and too much liberality leads him to both. A prince who relies entirely on fortune is lost when it changes. A man is not often found sufficiently circumspect to know how to accommodate himself to the change, both because he cannot deviate from what nature inclines him to do, and also because, having always prospered by acting in one way, he cannot be persuaded that it is good to act differently. He who builds on the people builds on mud. As with Saul and David, the arms of others either fall from your back or weigh you down, or they bind you fast. No principality is secure without having its own forces, and nothing can be so uncertain or unstable as fame or power not founded in its own strength. Never in peaceful times stand idle, but increase your resources with industry in such a way that they may be available in adversity. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, adios.